Assalamu alaikum. We are here at the Emaar Super Cup at the Al Maktoum Stadium. I am Omar Al-Douri and this is Isa Santo. Isa, how are you feeling about today's cup competition?
Well, you know, it's the final atmosphere. As you see, Shabab Ahli against Sharjah. It's going to be tough for both coaches, Moraes and Sosa. But I believe today we're going to have a surprise for sure. Playing around this atmosphere, the weather is amazing. I mean, the fans keep coming, so let's hope for a good, great game.
Well, let's talk about the stadium now. It's the 8th time in the Al Maktoum Stadium, most frequent host of the Super Cup Stadium. You played here a couple of times.
Correct.
What is it like playing in this kind of atmosphere?
Man, it feels like you're playing outside your region. I mean, honestly, the field by itself was that kind of time was like constructed, but it feels like you are in the vibe, like you want to win something, like you want to be in the game, you want to be around this atmosphere, the noises, the audience, the fans, the way they're playing their drums. I mean, for me personally, it was an amazing experience. So yeah.
And then looking at the two teams, Shabab Al-Ahli versus Sharjah. It's the 11th appearance for Shabab Al-Ahli in the Super Cup. They've had 7 wins. Sharjah have had 5 appearances. They've had 2 wins. And then even when we look back at it, in 2019, it was goalless. Sharjah came out on penalties. And then in 2021, Shabab Al-Ahli won 1-0. And a lot of people won't want to remember this if you're a Sharjah fan, but 6-2 in 2023 was a hard one. Coming into today's game, how do you think the two teams place out, and how do you think the managers will approach this game?
Well, let's speak about it in tactically way. Today, you can see Moraes is the new manager of Sharjah. He had only, I think, 2 games. Speak about it from different perspective. I believe it's going to be tough for both teams for him to read the games. I mean, the games quickly, but it's a fast game. Like it's a game, but you don't have to think. There's a lot of cards on this game. Like there's a lot of cards that he have to like place. So I think like it's not gonna be defensive game. It's gonna be, we're gonna see a lot of offense. I hope we're gonna see a lot of goals. But the only thing that Moraes, I believe that he's gonna focus on today is how, like he already in the previous team with Al-Wahda. What I like about this coach, he was reading the other team very well. And I mean, technically today we're gonna focus on the physical, I mean, not the physical position, but spiritually way. Today we saw a Sharjah in the dilemma of losing. I think this game, the perspective of it needs to change by a win. And to get out of that, this is the final game. This is only one-shot game. And for my perspective, he will put everything in this game heart to heart, and he have a lot of keys, he have a lot of clues. I believe in this coach, but you're gonna play against Shabab Al-Ahli, which is the most strongest defensive so far in this league, and like he didn't conceive a lot of goals, and plus he's in the third with less goals, but still have the most offensive, like most strong offensive team, one of the teams in the Pro League. So I believe it's gonna be difficult, you know.
Does form go out the window when it's a one-time competition? Moraes has come into Sharjah now. It's a fresh start for him, obviously. The consistency or the inconsistency this season, does that really affect the mindset of the players coming into this game when they know it's one game that they can change pretty much their whole season?
Yeah, it can change in a lot of different ways. Let me put it to you this way. Today, Moraes, the way he have to influence the players is to give them more freedom in the game. I believe in the previous coach, which is, we don't want to like have a controversy about it. The Moraes, what I like about his tactic is that he gives freedom to the players. And we have Kayo, we have the other side, Pereira and everything. We saw them in the national team and how they were more, they play with Kuzman. When they played more freedom, we saw they're effective in the field more. So I believe that's the only way that spiritually Moraes will give the players, is to give them freedom, and I think that their creativity will affect in this game.
And even looking at the benches in itself say that there's going to be a lot of game changes here. The coaches have planned it in such a way where they may not have started with certain players that are household names that play every single game. But they're going to be coming on. And we spoke about Yahya Al-Ghassani, we spoke about Saeed Azotolahi, we spoke about all these players that have the power to change a game. Maybe when fatigue kicks in, concentration kicks in, depending on the result, the fans, everyone that's here. How important is it to get those changes right and the timing?
It's about reading the game. It depends on the coach experience. You see the game atmosphere in the time of the, in the time of the game, it changes a lot. Reading the game is a big part of football, especially the modern football nowadays. Bringing this player on the first or second half to change the game, that means changing also the formation. I believe organizing these players and set them up on a certain formation for sure will have a lot of effect, especially on other players. Resting them or in which way we have to attack, controlling the midfield, controlling the width, who's gonna take over, if their side is going, who's gonna cover. Like, these players will have a lot of impact. And let's speak about the players that you mentioned. They're individually also creative, and I think they can make a lot of impact in this game, you know.
And the way Moraes has put it, with Majid Surur being the number 6, but then also the players around him, Ben Arbi, Coronado, Caio Lucas, Luan Pereira, Ray Manai, all these players around him, isn't there a lot of pressure on one number 6? Or do you think Moraes might actually surprise us tactically?
I believe we're gonna have a surprise today.
Yeah,
I believe so. Like, in my opinion, he have one goal, and of course every coach have the same goal. But today is also to prove himself that he came to manage this team with one goal, and that goal is to win. Putting Majid in the midfield, as a former player that I played with him, he's defensively more stable than attack. Yeah, more principled. Like, he know where to stand. I mean, through his experience in playing in the midfield. But as long as he know what's his job in the field to do, as like cutting the ball and playing the ball forward or on the side, like, it doesn't matter. But I believe his job today will be more sensitive in this game.
And then the other thing is looking at the fullbacks. When you look at Juan Santos, you look at Mateus Enrique, Danhani, and Marcus Melanie. This looks like the fullbacks might have a very important say in this game today.
Yes, yes. Well, good luck for them. You know, you don't have, like, it's a 90 minutes of do or die, I believe. So
yeah, the transitions, I think, will be super key. I wonder how Paulo Sousa will feel about today, considering the season they've had, considering the pressure that they've almost set their own standards after last year.
Right.
I wonder how he approaches this in terms of the spectacle, the fact that his players, he's had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
We saw the bench is stacked.
It's
you know,
stacked
it's
player,
massive.
Yeah.
How do you think that he will face tonight as a challenge?
I believe, like, it's a one way to put it to. It's a one way that I can put it to you is, of course, he gets a lot of pressure in this, but his focus is always one. As the previous game that we saw, his focus is only one. What I like about Moraes or Sousa, I mean, particularly let's speak about Sousa.
Yeah.
What I like about Sousa is he doesn't consider every game as unbeatable motto the way he gets. It's the formation that he depends on the players that they actually do the job in. And let's not forget, his midfield is one of the strongest so far. And I spoke to you about it earlier. For him, the possession of the ball and the transaction from defense to attack, he's very strong in it. And I believe, and we saw, that getting the possession of the ball, he always, like, depends on that. Getting the possession on the right or right side or the left side of the field, it's always about it. Like, getting the second ball, getting the possession of the ball, resting the players, and then go on again. And you spoke about the two fullbacks.
Yes.
I believe they have really like a big role especially in his formation. The fullbacks are supporting the attacks a lot. And what I like about Sousa is, no matter, regardless, whatever fullbacks can go forward, he always have somebody to cover.
Yes, I agree with that. And is it weird to call Sharjah the underdog, considering there's been 7 meetings, there's been 3 wins for Shabab Al-Ahli, and there's been 4 draws? Sharjah are yet to record a win in this competition against Shabab Al-Ahli. Is it one of those things where actually, like you said earlier, freedom to express yourself and no pressure to win? Or is it we have the pressure that we have to win?
I don't believe they have the pressure at the moment. I'm not going to say they have to win. Their aim is to win. The goal is to win. Like I said, the dilemma. I think Moraes effectively on them. I believe in this game, what I've been getting the inside voices or the people that have been telling me, spiritually, he was just giving them the freedom. Is like, guys, it's time to play. Even in the press conference, his aim was to win. Why? Because the dilemma or the place that they're at, they don't want them to continue lose after lose after lose. It's affecting the players. But I believe winning from today is going to be a next step for them, even during the league.
Okay, so before this amazing ceremony is about to kick off, I'm going to ask you for your prediction, Issa Santo. What do you think is going to happen tonight?
Well, it's really hard decision, Emaar. You put me. Look, I believe, I know the strongest in this game is Ahli, but I think Sharjah will win.
All right, the ceremony is about to kick off. We will be right back with more after this.
So far, building dreams unveiled by skies. Happiness doesn't say goodbye. Emaar,
يا مرحبا يا مرحبا يا مرحبا بكم مرحبا سوبر إعمار أجواء النار يا مرحبا بكم يا مرحبا السعب الزوار يا مرحبا باللي لفانا يجمعنا بالحب سوبر إعمار والكل فايز معانا كل الأنظار ترقب أنوار سوبر إعمار والتحدي شعاره فزنا بحضور أحلى جمهور يهتف بشعور لعيال داره كل الأنظار ترقب أنوار فزنا بحضور أحلى جمهور يهتف بشعور اوكي
تفضل يا سيدي. مساء الخير يا جمهور. الله على الحماس ومساء الخير لجميع المشاهدين ومساء الخير يا رؤى.
مساء الخير على جمهورنا اللي حاضر هني ومنورنا ومساء الخير اكيد عليك سعود يا مرحبا.
موطن المحبة والتسامح، أرض التعايش ورمز الوئام والمحبة والسلام لمجتمع مترابط متماسك في قبلة الخيرات وعماد النهج السليم ومسار النماء والازدهار والتطور بإرث التاريخ وعراقة التراث اللي يصاحب كل هذا التقدم والعمران.
الإمارات قطعة الروح الغالية وقلب يتسع للجميع يحتضن برها وبحرها كل شغوف بوضع بصمة على هاي البسيطة وتعانق سماها كل حالم بأنه يترك أثر يخدم الإنسانية ويحدث تغيير إيجابي في هذا الكوكب اللي ينطلق شعاع نوره من هني من أرض زايد الخير.
السيدات والسادة، حضورنا الكريم هنا في استاد آل مكتوم ومشاهدينا أمام الشاشات، ترحب بكم رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية في مباراة كأس سوبر إعمار واللي تجمع بين فريقي شباب الأهلي والشارقة تحت شعار نبني إرثاً.
إعمار الشركة الرائدة راعية هذه البطولة والمؤسسة الرائدة عالمياً واللي أعادت صياغة مفهوم التطوير العقاري عبر صروحها المعمارية ومجمعاتها اللي تنبض بالحياة العابقة بالجمال، في استكشاف مميز لطريقة العيش المثلى والشركة اللي أكيد نفخر وطنياً بحضورها المجتمعي الرائد بمختلف المجالات.
تحقق حلمنا تجمع قلوبنا كلنا تبني بيوت تزهيد ديار اسلوب حياة أرقى وأجمل دار الخير نقول فوق السماء نطول فوق السحاب.
Emaar makes our dreams come true, bringing every heart together too, building homes for all to stay, lighting up the world in every way. Always our lives a paradise from the Arabian sky. We never felt like strangers here. Our hearts we stand and we are here.
Emaar brings us all so close.
تحس انك غريب كأنك عايش وسط اهلك وناسك، هالارض تساند من يجيها بالخير وتشله في صدرها بلا قياسي. نبني ارثا اعمار للجودة، اعمار عالم في امارات الامان، رمز الابداع تظهر تخطر تجمع قلوب الناس في كل
here with Emaar, I'm among my family and my people. Emaar brings us all here in every home, in every street, a place where hearts and dreams meet. Together we rise, together we cheer. With Emaar we have nothing to fear. We never felt like strangers here. With Emaar together we are near. Emaar brings us all so close. In every home, in every street, we know a place where hearts and dreams can meet. Together we rise, together we cheer. With Emaar, nothing to fear.
The tournament so unreal, the best around. In the markup, nothing's impossible to feel. This is our story passed from generation to generation. In every situation, on the field we shine.
the stars so far, building dreams under the bright skies. Happiness doesn't say goodbye.
سوبر إعمار وأحلام كبار تكبر بإصرار وبطموح وجدارة من بهنومات يبشر بالكاس ويفرح الناس تهوى الصدارة. سوبر إعمار وأحلام كبار
Salam alaikum and a very warm welcome to the magnificent Al Maktoum Stadium. A fitting night for silverware and supremacy. And if the football is half as good as the pre-game show, we are in for a real treat tonight. I'm Ian Burstow and it's the Emaar Super Cup final coming to you live. Sharjah against Shabab Ahli, the champions of the Adnot Pro League, take on the President's Cup finalists and last season's runners-up. It doesn't get much bigger than this. This is a clash of heavyweights, a meeting of ambition and pedigree, and the contest that brings together two Portuguese managers on opposite sides of the technical area. Familiar philosophies, shared footballing DNA, but very different stories. Jose Morales, the journey with Sharjah has only just begun, just weeks into the job after departing Al Wada against Paulo Sousa, who's looking for more silverware tonight. Represents an early chance to make an immediate statement. But we know finals have a way of tearing up the script. League form, past results, momentum, none of this matters now. This is about the here and now, 90 minutes, maybe more, for bragging rights and another trophy to add to the cabinet. The atmosphere is certainly building inside the Al Maktoum, and history is waiting to be written. So settle in. The Emaar Cup final starts right here, right now. So as we go through the formalities, we look around this magnificent stadium, starting to fill up. It will be full as soon as we get going. Sharjah against Shabab Ahli. Both teams, of course, in their home strips. Shabab Ahli in red, Sharjah in the all-white, and that starting lineup for the Red Knights. Paulo Sousa has picked the strongest team as he possibly can. Of course, a couple of people missing. No Dabor, no Azmoun. So Matthias Lima will lead the line up front. It'll be interesting to see how Shabab Ahli set up, whether they go four at the back and five across the midfield and just play that one player, Lima, up front. We will have to wait and see. One thing we do know about that Shabab Ahli team is players can rotate a number of different positions. The man in charge tonight is Jesus Venezuela. As the captains just go through these last-minute formalities, of course, Kartabia on your left, and Shaheen Abdullah for Sharjah, and that Sharjah starting 11. The king, Jose Morales, of course, only a couple of weeks into this job since moving from Al Wada, his second game in charge. Again, a strong lineup, an attacking lineup for him as well, with Igor Coronado and Ben Labi both starting in midfield, and in front of them Luan Pereira, Rayan Manaj and Caio Lucas. So an attacking lineup for the king this evening. Shabab Ahli are appearing in a record 11th Super Cup. This is their competition. As we do have a quick look at the bench, Yahya Al-Ghassani for Shabab Ahli. We're disappointed that he didn't make the starting lineup. That's probably Pobletti for Sharjah, the ex-Al Wassel man. Both teams putting out a strong 11. There is our first glimpse of Paulo Sousa. Guided Shabab Ahli last season to the league and cup double. That man there has been brought in. Jose Morales, ex-Al Wada, ex-Inter Milan, assistant manager, Real Madrid, Chelsea assistant manager. Now the number one here in Sharjah. And it's an attacking lineup. He has got us underway here. So Sharjah playing in the all-white from right to left. Play that ball long. Easily cut out. Shabab Ahli playing from left to right in the all-red as Kartabia gets an early touch on the ball. It is hooked forward, looking for the captain. Kartabia take up position on this right-hand side of midfield. I've seen him play on the left-hand side as well, and also through the middle, so keep an eye on him. Number 10 for Shabab Ahli. Ball's played out, cut out lovely by Yuri Season. He will look to counter here, but can't find a way past Khalid Ibrahim. There's pressure again that goes down early, and the referee points to the spot. It's a penalty. Sharjah getting themselves in all sorts of trouble. And it is the South Korean, you can see here, just underplayed the pass. The referee had no doubt whatsoever. Caesar just got there in front of the South Korean. The faintest of touches, but enough to bring him down. And we're inside the first minute here, and it's a penalty to Shabab Ahli. Youngmin Cho had to go and make the challenge. He was put under immense pressure from the back pass from Khalid Ibrahim. Just didn't put enough on it. And you would think Kartabia will be the man to take it in front of the Sharjah fans. And it is going to be Kartabia. 2 goals for him in all competitions this season, up against Adel Hassani. The clock reads 2 minutes. The challenge was inside the first minute. Kartabia against Al Hassani. Only one winner, and it is Kartabia. He opens his account. Shabab Ahli are on the board. Never in doubt. Feeds off pressure, Kartabia. Sharjah are shell-shocked. Here is that challenge. Clumsy, late. Caesar's pace just too much. But you feel for Youngmin Cho, he was put under immense pressure from that back pass from Khalid Ibrahim. It's a decent strike from Kartabia. Keeper going the right way, but the ball always curling away from him. Went early, the goalkeeper just couldn't get there. So often the big moments need a big player. He is one of the biggest in the Adnot Pro League and here in the UAE. And it reads 3 minutes. And the challenge was inside that first minute. Sharjah now have got a mountain to climb. So the ball's flicked on, but nobody picking up the second ball. Sharjah just need to regroup here, get a bit of possession to get back into this game. Maloney, of course, been talk of him perhaps moving on. Now Jazeera interested. At the moment, still plying his trade here for Sharjah. So they look to come forward, but given away again, Kartabia picks up the loose ball. Silva quite happy just to go back. Another strong tackle. Another free kick to Shabab Ahli right on that far side. right in front of the referee. In fact, it was Gulen Bala who was brought down. My mistake, it was him who was brought down for the penalty as well. Just getting a little bit too physical for the referee's liking. Again, Sharjah loot out. Chance here, strike, and pulled wide. And that was Yuri Cesar, the Brazilian. Just snatched at it. Had a bit more time than he thought. Sharjah again getting themselves in all sorts of trouble. A heavy touch just presented the opportunity again to Cesar. And the young Brazilian should have done better. Flicked on. Ricochets off Cartabia, so will be a Sharjah throw-in. Alex Souza will be happy the way this game has started so far. His opposite number. There's a lot of thinking to do. This wasn't in the game plan, that's for sure. Here is Young Min Chu to clip that ball forward. Comes back again, Cartabia. Lucas really have anywhere to go. It's forced all the way back. Half press from Shabab Ahli. Maloney to play that ball towards that right-hand channel, but easily cut out. Chance here for Ben Larbi, and he's brought down in a dangerous position. Manash went down under the challenge. Renan De Silva deep in conversation with the referee, but he wasn't going to change his mind. So an opportunity here. And Larbi has placed it, but this is in Coronado range, you would think. Scored a wonderful free kick, Coronado, from a similar position a couple of weeks ago in the league. Ben Larbi drills it straight at the goalkeeper. Just make sure. It was a decent effort from the Tunisian, but comfortably saved in the end by Ahmed Bali. So corner to Sharjah. Looking to play it towards the top of the penalty area, but nobody there to meet it. Shabab Ahli managed to clear their lines, and Cartabia just giving Coronado a little shove. A bit too much for the referee. So a free kick, Sharjah taken quickly. They cut inside. Chance here. Cut out again, and Herme Bala will come away with it. Hasn't really got many options going forward. Shabab Ahli slow in transition. Some bit of skill on that left-hand side, and looking to feed the ball in again towards Matias Lima. Go again on this right-hand side, and suddenly cut out. The goalkeeper does well just to keep the ball from going out. So it's frantic end-to-end stuff here at the moment. Cartabia, he won't cut that one out. Easily dealt with by Yumin Cho. But Hassani. And a rather wayward pass. Turns the ball over to Shabab Ahli. Sharjah can't afford to be giving the ball away in those sort of areas. No pressure on the ball whatsoever. There is confirmation of the goal after 3 minutes from the penalty spot. Does well to come away with the ball, but again having to play back. No real pressure. Shabab Ahli pressuring hard. Referee again not happy with the challenge, so another free kick to Sharjah. You can see how quickly Shabab Ahli are pressing Sharjah, not allowing them to settle. There's a little bit of time here for Min Cho. Even then, his pass is cut out. Sharjah just looking a little bit rattled at the moment. Just looking for delicate layoff. Luan Piera can't find a way through. Both these teams come into this game off the back of losses. In the Champions League, of course, 1-0 loss. Sharjah against Al Hilal, goal from Malcolm. Shabab Ahli losing 4-2 to Al Sadd, but here comes Sharjah again. Decent delivery in, but nobody gambling at the back post. Bali will be in no rush to get this ball back into play. It's been a frantic 12 minutes or so. Goes long, looking for Lima. Does get a flick on and sees her there for the second ball, and Sharjah managed to come away with it. The referee does bring it back for the push. Just waiting to see if there was an advantage. Nothing given, so free kick to Sharjah. Meloni cuts it inside to Coronado. He's dispossessed quickly. Contavia surrounded by white shirts and bundled to the ground, and you think very, very lucky to get away with a caution. As soon as Cartavia got the ball, he's surrounded by 3 Sharjah players here, and that was naughty. Lucas, very, very lucky here. You can see a couple of Shabab Ahli fans gesturing. Should be a yellow card, and Lucas is still going here. He needs to be careful, the Brazilian. The referee, very lenient. Not attempting to play the ball whatsoever. Here's Bala onto Caesar. He's blocked off. That will be a free kick. Shaheen Abdullah just showing the referee his shoulder. The referee feels it was a body check, so it will be the first caution. You just wonder whether that had something to do with Kyle Lucas's challenge earlier on. No attempt at all to play the ball from the captain. So the first yellow card of the evening. opportunity here. Shabab Ahli to put this ball into a dangerous position. Tabia. Bala over it. I think it favours the right foot. It does. Drilled it. It's headed in and off the woodwork. Al Hassani didn't move. It's a wonderful free kick towards the near post. Here's Caesar again. Another late tackle. Brazilian can't believe it. Maloney this time on the receiving end. There's a wonderful delivery by Bala. The header, just using the pace of the ball. Al Hassani had absolutely no chance, didn't move. To go long. Down that right-hand channel. Promising move from Sharjah. Clipped in, looking to the back post. It is Carl Lucas who will pick it up. Allowed to run here. Coronado slides the ball through. Chance here for Piera. The opportunity charged down again. Another late tackle. And you can see the referee being surrounded by Shabab Ahli players. They want another yellow card, but referee having none of it. Tackles flying in from both sets of teams. Shaheen Abdullah walking a very, very thin tightrope at the moment. He booked a couple of minutes ago. The captain very close to getting his marching orders. Akbali will look to launch this towards Matthias Lima. Just too high for the Brazilian. Piera. Sharjah lose out again. Just struggling to get the ball out to their half quick enough. Shabab Ahli not giving them any time at all. Pressing them. Lots of unforced errors at the moment from Sharjah. This has got a real cut-tie feel for it. Both sets of teams flying in. Here's Bala again up against Shaheen Abdullah. And they keep going. Shabab Ahli, it's Yuri Caesar now somehow has got it. And the free kick goes against the Shabab Ahli player. He can't quite believe it. Majid Soror was saying there that he was possibly caught an elbow. We'll see from this angle here. It certainly was an outstretched arm from Yuri Caesar. Not sure anything more than that, really. So be careful putting his arms in that sort of position. The Sharjah bench down here in front of me, they are incensed. See there, gesturing to the referee. He felt it's an elbow. You can see the referee just saying that I will have a little look at it, but as we saw from the replay, Yuri Caesar's arm, what's up? will be a yellow card. That contact. Sahur down this bottom corner, just receiving treatment. If we look again at the replay here, it was an outstretched arm, but no malice whatsoever. A Shabab Ahli player, so good decision in the end from the referee. Now to the live action, and that ball goes long. Shaheen Abdullah. Lovely work. I'll only have some space on this left-hand side. Caio Lucas to slide the ball in, lovely pass, a good shot, a good save, and it's going to squirm in, is it? Brilliant work on the line from Makmozovic. The shot was taken quickly, it caught Mekbali off guard really. The play still continues. The goalkeeper now has gone down. Sharjah believe it's gone across the line. Lovely reverse ball in by Lucas. The shot taken quickly. Keeper should have done a bit better. And we can see there, the Serbian back quickly. The whole ball has not crossed the line. Excellent work by Maksimovic. It was a shot from Ben Labi, just squirmed under Mekbali. He should have done better, really, the goalkeeper. The Serbian, right place at the right time. And not for the first time this evening. The Sharjah bench are up on their feet. Well, there is a check going on here. Referee waving away the Sharjah players. Whether there was also a foul in the build-up to the play. This is what Luan Pierre is talking about now with the goalkeeper. And he is coming over to have a look at the referee. So much going on. We know the ball hasn't crossed the line. That's not the issue. So the early shot, the reverse pass was exquisite. Now here, there, is Pierre pushed? That's the question we're looking at here, right to the top of the 6-yard box. It's clumsy from Renan da Silva. The decision has been made quickly by the referee. And it is a penalty. The stadium erupts. The Shabab Ahli fans can't believe it. Over to you, Hamed Al Makbali. It was clumsy by Renan da Silva. And it will be Caio Lucas. "24 minutes in, second penalty of the evening. Chance for Mekbali to be a hero. A chance for Lucas to get his team back in this game. Two goals for him already this season. He waits. Wants the keeper to move, he doesn't. Lucas scores! We're all level. Brilliant penalty. He wanted McMalley to commit, he didn't. He stood his ground. There it is. Renan da Silva, referee, had no doubt. He stood up for as long as he could, the goalkeeper. Caio Lucas kept his cool. Eyes transfixed on the goalkeeper. The stadium erupts. Joy, passion, and pride. Super Cup, folks, is alive and well. 26 minutes gone, it's 1-1, both penalties. Lalic does well. Coronado bundled to the ground, by Cartabia, so a free kick to Sharjah. And there's a little bit of afters down here between Cartabia and Relish. He's just saying, calm down. Well, for a few choice words, the new Sharjah manager. Ahli, of course, looking to go back-to-back Super Cup winners. After beating Wassel last season 6-3 on penalties. Could we have penalties again this evening? We shall have to wait and see. Still a long way to go yet. As Breno is caught, so another free kick to Shabab Ahli. Over left-hand channel, so Sharjah regain possession. Ahli making 8 fouls so far. Ball flicked on, opportunity here, chance. There is Aaron, what? 2-1. Sharjah have turned this game on its head. Vieira's pace and a wonderful finish. Ball sat up beautifully for him. Just drilled it past the goalkeeper. In the space of 5 minutes. Sharjah not only have got back into this game, they're now in front. It's a long, hopeful ball forward. Lovely little flick, and then the touch here. Exceptional. And the timing of the run from Luan Piera was even better. He just guided it past the goalkeeper. No chance. Wonderful execution. huge smile on his face. This game really has come alive. Two times these two teams have met in all competitions. Shabab Ahli 26 wins, Sharjah just 7. Sharjah have to believe. It's Silva, Cartabia. Santos, back to Planik. Maksimovic just hands the ball over to Cartabia. Sharjah just happy to sit in at the moment. Oh, drilled in, looking for Lima, just couldn't get hold of it. That'll be Al Hassani's chance now to just run the clock down. He moved. Lucas plays that ball long. Referee happy to allow play to continue. Here's Belabi. Looking for some space, can't find a white shirt, and in the end it is a free kick. For the first time, Caesar finds himself on the end of a strong tackle. Flicked on by Lima. No one around to pick up the second ball. Lucas just runs into trouble. Another free kick, needless free kick as well. Lima was going nowhere. No real need at all for Maloney to make the challenge. It's a fairy tale this would be. Second game in charge. Left Al-Wadda for the king. Will be the left foot of Cartabia. Looking towards the Nibbles, comes all the way through and just past the far post. Adel Al-Hassani had it. Absolutely no clue where that had gone. He was scrambling. And to Silva with the header, just couldn't direct it in that far corner. In the end, going quite wide. Quickly by Markomozic. That goes down under the challenge, right in front of the referee, so another free kick taken quickly. Referee not happy. Just gesturing that the ball was moving. Majid Sahor. In fact, it was Khalid Ibrahim just giving Bala a little nudge. heated exchanges so far. Love lost between these two teams as Cartavia skips inside. Caesar, who's been busy all evening. Renan. Santos goes round the outside and it's brought down in another dangerous position. And it's a yellow card. Now. So Cartavia look for Lima at the back post, you would think. Hits through to Yuri, sees a chance at the back post, it's turned in, flag has stayed down. Shabab Ahli are back in this. Cartavia deep in conversation with the referee. We'll continue to watch what happens there. But the flag has stayed down. Renault at the back post had the easiest of chances. It come all the way through to Caesar. Clearly onside. Nobody went with the run. Lucas just getting the wrong side. It was Khalid Ibrahim, the man who gave away the free kick, played him onside. There is going to be a check. It is tight. I think Renault has just stayed onside. Khalid Ibrahim, who made the foul, gave away the free kick. And then we think it is number 19 who's just played him onside. As the hush comes around the Al Maktoum, all eyes here on the referee. Goal has been given. 2-2. Shabab Ahli back in this game. Took 8 minutes to get back on level terms. All drilled in again. Anywhere will do from Planik. Strong tackle flying in. Bala shaking his head, he's not happy. Sends some rough treatment on that left-hand side. Coronado coming in deep. Shaheen Abdallah. Show. Really to aim, it has to go long out towards Kyle Lucas. In fact, it was Piero who's just swapped with Lucas. Lucas is now set up inside. Piero's come out on this left-hand side, so a slight shift from Sharjah. Planik. Bala nudged aside, referee allows play to continue. He won't there, that will be a free kick. Shabab, Ahli, of course, looking for their 7th, their 8th Super Cup title. Tussling with it. There's a little push right in front of the referee. Waits for the advantage not given, so free kick Sharjah. Lamy just holding his left shoulder. Sitting up now and back on his feet, so nothing serious. Good to continue. Coronado is over the ball. Inside the last 5 minutes of the first half. Coronado whips the ball in, header, and off the crossbar and over. Wonderful delivery, and goalkeeper does well. Gets a strong hand to it. Can only push it onto the post, and well, Lucas perhaps should have done a bit better. It was an excellent header from the captain. Ahli, strong right hand. Here's Caesar onto Bala. Bala back into Caesar. Caesar's, well, I was going to say brought down. The referee says no. He had to get it right. Tackles flying in now, left, right, and centre. Shabab Ahli can't believe they weren't given a free kick there. Here it is. Well, it's that man again, Khalid Ibrahim, living life on the edge. And then a push. Vieira. Referee's given it in favour of Sharjah. As the first half comes to an end. We've had 4 goals, 2 penalties, 4 yellow cards. And it has been a real cup tie. Both teams going at it. Be amazed if both teams finish with 11 players the way this is going at the moment. Looking for Lima, does get the flick on. Caesar picks up the second ball. Bala keeps it moving. Again, another needless free kick. This time it's Coronado. Blatant, cynical from Coronado. Just got the wrong side. The big Brazilian. So an opportunity here for Shabab Ahli to seize the initiative before half-time. All eyes on the 4th official. Caesar. Bala wants it short, it's Cartavia. Looks to clip it towards the back post. It's well worked, but just over hit at the end. Just too far for Renan da Silva. Goal kick Sharjah. be 4 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. Both managers deep in thought. Jose Morales is making a few notes. His team have fought back. They went behind after 3 minutes on that Cartavia penalty. Caio Lucas equalised from the penalty spot after 26 minutes. Luan Piera with a wonderful finish, making it 2-1. 7 minutes later, Renault bringing the game back level. Sharjah just edging possession. Suhoor just getting caught underneath the ball. And Yuri sees it again, getting a full force. Cartavia taken early. Coronado goes with the runner. Bala, he shoots from distance, his shot charged down. Will be a corner. It was well worked from Shabab Ahli. Just trying to catch Sharjah on the heels, and very nearly did. And 2 minutes of the 4 gone. Cartavia swing this ball in left-footed again. Towards the back post, keeper does get a touch and palms it behind. Another corner, Shabab Ahli. Did well in the end, Al Hassani. Cartavia's going to come all the way across to take this. Inside the last minute. Manic wrestling for some space in towards the near post. It's a good save from the goalkeeper, and it's been bundled in. For a second, I thought it had been pushed back over the line. We'll see here from the replay. It's excellent hands here. Well, at a second glance, it looks very close indeed here. Hassani parries it. Kalisha with his own player, in the end, just managed to claw it back. All eyes on the referee now. Time is all but up at the end of this first half. And there it is, he blows the whistle for the end of the first half. It's been an intriguing first half, end-to-end stuff. A heated encounter, an encounter that's brought us 4 goals, 2 penalties, and a goal line clearance. We still have another 45 minutes to come. We shall see you in the second half very shortly. Don't go away.
Salam and welcome back to the halftime of the Emaar Super Cup, Shabab Ahli versus Sharjah. Isa, I can't even catch my breath, man. What a half it's been so far.
What a half, yeah. I mean, I can't even express. Everything happened in the first half.
Yeah.
We didn't expect so many goals. The penalty kicks, fouls, tactics, everything. I mean, what stood up for you, Emaar? Tell me.
Look, to me, it stood out in the beginning. We spoke about the importance of Majid Surur as a number 6 versus the two pivots in Maximovic and Breno.
Okay.
And then it shows the personality of the coach, man. And you said this before the game. Moraes, when he came out and he said, you know what, let's just go for it.
Yeah.
How important is it to stay on top of being control of your emotions in a game like this?
I mean, it's really like long stamina. Like, I don't know, even like, in my opinion, the way that you can describe it is how did he actually came up with this formation? We know as Majid, like I told you, like before the game, like sometime Majid was left off alone, because you see in the middle. What I like about Shabab Al Ahli is that every time they're determined to take the second ball.
As soon as they lose it.
As soon as they lose it, and they're always organized. And I can see them like even until the end of this first half, they were always organized. But leaving Majid alone for Sharjah, it was kind of felt like it was left out, especially at the beginning. There was a lot of mistakes, and especially like 1-against-1, like losing control. But I mean, Moraes had an idea, and his idea is appeared.
Let me ask you this: how do they win the game now that they've discovered those mistakes being made in the first half as Sharjah?
Okay, for Sharjah, I think the two right back and left back is not going for any further. Moraes took advantage of that. As you can see, they played. They open up the width, especially in the they open up the width, especially in the middle, and in the offensive transaction. We saw Kayo going from the striker to go on the left winger, and we saw like
Juan Pereira.
Pereira as well. I think it was a lot of mixed up in the midfield that made Al Ahly kind of confused, because they were actually doing their formation like they were very disciplined.
Yes.
But there was a crack that Moraes found out that the two left back and right back not going in offensive made it like more pressure into them.
Yeah, I like that. I think, you know what, looking even at the goals now, looking at the fans, I mean, this has had everything, literally, from back to front. It's been eventful, it's had decisions, it's been controversial. This is a real act of what's coming up in second half. We're going to take a break, okay? But me and you are going to try and get our breath back.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going to enjoy the second half. We'll be back with more at full time.
With Emaar, shooting for the stars so far, so far. Building dreams under bright skies. Happiness doesn't say goodbye, goodbye. يا مرحباكم مرحبا مرحبا يا مرحبا يا مرحبا يا مرحباكم مرحبا يا جماعة بالحب سوبر إمار كل الفايز معانا سوبر إمار مرحبا
يا مرحبا يا مرحبا يا مرحبا بكم مرحبا سوبر إعمار أجواء النار يا مرحبا يا مرحبا بكم يا مرحبا السعب الزوار يا مرحبا باللي لفانا يجمعنا بالحب سوبر إعمار والكل فايز معانا كل الأنظار ترقب أنوار سوبر إعمار والتحدي شعاره فزنا بحضور أحلى جمهور يهتف بشعور لا
Salam alaikum and welcome back to the Emaar Super Cup final here at the Al Maktoum. It is 2-2. Sharjah taking the lead. Sorry, Shabab Ahli taking the lead after 3 minutes with the Cartabia penalty. Kayo himself scoring from the penalty spot after 26 minutes to make it 1-1. Sharjah taking the lead for the first time through a wonderful strike from Emaar to make it 2-1. Bueno, 7 minutes later, equalised, make it 2-2. But we are back underway here now in the second half. Shabab Ahli playing from right to left in the red. Here's Santos driving down the subs, come all the way through, and it's been hit over. What a start that would have been, it should have been. Brilliantly worked down the left-hand side, pulled across. Had to be. Lima leaning back, just had to get it on target. See, Bali thought about it. Smile on his face, but he should have given Shabab Ahli the lead here. If you're just joining us, this fixture, of course, has been dominated by Shabab Ahli in recent years. Sharjah haven't beaten Shabab Ahli this year. Here's Bueno. Skips away from one. Yuri sees it to Cartabia. Santos. Maksimovic. Just overhit when it comes to Santos. To Caesar. Santos again. Trying to find a bit of space, but just overplays it ever so slightly, the fullback. And it gets caught. Pulling back the goal scorer, Juan Pereira. Lovely skill initially to get away from Ben Labi. Got dragged back. Too much. It's Brazilian. There will be penalties tonight if needed. Shabab winning this last season against Al Wasl on penalties. Opportunity here to deliver. Comes to the back post of Pierre, and in the end, does find a little bit of space, but always going to be very difficult to get that on target. These two teams have already played out a penalty shootout last season. It was in the AFC Champions League 2. Winning that one 6-3. As our drone is around the Al Maktoum. Fans who have made the trip have treated to some wonderful goals so far. It was a scrappy first half from both teams. High intensity, lots of tackles flying in. Needless fouls given away. Ahli does well. To Matias Silva. So no changes at half-time. We are as we finished. Paolo Sousa, his 66th match in charge of Shabab Ahli. 43 wins. 13 draws, only 9 losses, that's in all competitions. Golden period period for Shabab Ahli, but they're up against it here against Sharjah, and that was ambitious in the end. Allows Santos to come away with it. Bala, he was brought down for the penalty in the first half. Just to clip it over the top, looking for Lima. Hasn't got any support, Lima. Wanted the free kick. Assistant referee not having any of it. Some records being broken here this evening. Caesar does well, manages to skip round and manages to get his shot off. Feels there's perhaps a little bit more in it. There was a little bit of pulling and shoving going on. Shaheen Abdullah, he's on a yellow card, needs to be careful. Shabab Ahli, competition's most successful club, 7 titles. This is Sharjah's 5th Super Cup appearance. 2 wins and a 4th between these two teams. Would you believe it? This is their 8th meeting of 2025. Going to slide that ball in, comes all the way through but cleared. Manjan unable to get on the end of it. He's been quiet, the Albanian. From him, Sharjah. Here's Ahli. Caesar needs support, wanted it going forward, didn't really have it, had to go sideways in the end, but he's got the ball back. A loose pass given away, chance for Kyle Lucas to counter. Coronado. Lovely delivery from him and an excellent header. And De Silva to the rescue. It's a wonderful ball in from Coronado. Brought back from Corinthians, he left Sharjah, joined Al Ittihad, Saudi Pro League, back to his native Brazil, but he's back with Sharjah. There's pushing and shoving going on inside the box, and the header comes in. Will be a goal kick. Hit long, looking for Lima. Meloni. Kyle Lucas. Lovely ball out to his right-hand side to Khalid Ibrahim. Khalid Ibrahim's dispossessed by Bala. Far too easy. Brings him down, poor from Khalid Ibrahim. Gave the ball away and then gave away a foul. Maksimovic, he continues his run forward. Ball back here with Planik. Santos. Slightly more subdued, subdued second half. First half was frantic from start to finish, and referee plays advantage. Cartavia looking for some space. Silva stayed down. Bala whips it in with his right foot off the post. So close. Did well to manufacture the space for himself, get the shot off. As cheers go around the Al Maktoum, they want the ball to be played out. There's a Shabab Ahli player down, but Sharjah continue. Referee does have a look. The player is up on his feet now. The play will continue. It is Matthias Silva. It's been a live wire all game. Bala did well getting it onto his right foot. Just skipped off the turf, but I'm not sure Adel Al Hassani would have got there. Wonderful slow-mo. The goalkeeper was beaten. The post wasn't. Still all square. The referee's had a word with Matthias Silva, and it looks so he's okay to continue. Lucas being marshalled by two Shabab Ahli players. No way through. Wow, Lucas taunting the Serbian. There's a few battles going on out there. Coronado. It's Coronado again. And Ibrahim has found some space on this right-hand side. They go back down the left-hand channel. Here inside the Al Maktoum Stadium. Coronado again, sitting deep, quarterback position, looking to dictate play. Goes past Cartavia. Just charged down. Sharjah just looking to pile on the pressure here. Referee comes across and has another word with Yuri Caesar. No Del Tarat. Sharjah, that ball's clipped over the top, but it will run through. Zel injured, as is Munas Dabur. Shabab Ahli. So after 58 minutes, it's 2-2. Lima should have put Shabab Ahli in front. Lucas, who's playing on this right-hand side now. A feature of Sharjah in that first half. Lucas, Vieira, just rotating positions. Just trying to steal a few yards. The referee has a word, but he's looking to go long here. Towards Rejan. Albania just unable to get the ball under control. Lucas drives it across and does win a corner. Ben-Labi. Coronado wants it short, doesn't get it. Still demanding it, does get it now. Ben-Labi in towards the back post, lovely delivery. Just too far. It was well worked by Sharjah. Game. Renault out-jump this time. One back by Cartabia. Bala. Renault onto Planik. Mark Samovic. This left-hand side, lovely delivery. Santos into Cartabia. Sharjah, nice and compact, making it difficult for Shabab Ahli. Nowhere really for them to go through. Looking over the top, Caesar. He goes down under pressure. Referee has a look at it. Maybe a goal kick. Sani looks to go long, but only finds the head of Cartabia. He wins the ball back. Khalid. No way through for Kyle Lucas. It's back. Caesar doing his defensive duty. He's been everywhere this evening. So start to sing his praises, gives the ball away. It's been exceptional, the Brazilian. Coronado. Maloney. Signs of any changes as yet from either team. Some movement down the Shabab Ahli bench. Khalid. Sabala this time back doing the defensive work. As I say that, it looks as though Majid Rashid Sharjah is getting ready to come on. Possibly swap with Majid Sohor, but we shall see. So, Bala slowly gets back to his feet. The referee has to do a bit of tidying up. There's another ball on the pitch in that far corner. Some work. Just comes into the packet, have a few words with a couple of players. Santos, Luan Piera. It's going to be Ben-Labi. Drills it in near post and Punchway, ambitious from Coronado, and in the end, Shabab Ahli will just clear their lines. Yes, it is. Shabab Ahli 2, Sharjah 2. Artabia after 3 minutes from the penalty spot. Lucas equalised also from the penalty spot. And then Sharjah took the lead from strike from Piera. Let's wait 7 minutes for the equaliser. Referee does give the free kick. And it's a yellow card. Can't believe it. He felt he got the ball and he might have a case there. We'll see from this angle. He had himself perhaps a little bit unlucky. There is a substitution. It's going to be Ibrahim to make way. He's been replaced by Majid Rashid. Ibrahim just gave away the free kick and then played Renault onside for that equaliser for Shabab Ahli. His night is done. Exceptionally well to come away with the ball. He's caught. Referee wants to play advantage but can't. He pulls it back quite rightly. Good refereeing. Gave Shabab Ahli the advantage. It wasn't there, so he's brought it back. Been a real feature of Shabab Ahli tonight. Defensive work from their wide players, Bala, Caesar especially. Up and down, both flanks in both directions, been exceptional. Shabab leads the ball possession 46%. Season these two teams played out at 0-0. Shabab 1-2-1, and Caesar has gone down. Referee waves away the protest, not for the first time, but Yuri Caesar's gone down inside the box. Artabia is brought down, so that will be a free kick. Referee just starting to lose his temper a little bit now. Coming together of the two players. It's the Sharjah 1-2. Up to Lima, he flicks it onto Yuri Caesar. It's been so effective so far. Bala against Majid Rashid. Caesar, Cartabia, surrounded by white shirts. Matthias. Goal kick. Better from Shabab Ahli. Sharjah just edging possession at the moment. Tombo will run all the way through to the goalkeeper to play quickly. Santos, forced back, does well to find some space. Matthias Silva. Ray Manaj does the willing running, but he's up against it there. just played around him. Big centre forward. Here's Caesar in the pocket. Cartabia. To find Caesar, who does well to head the ball back on, but can't find a way through. Sharjah stand firm. Here is Santos. Still a bit of skill from him. Santos driving forward, no way round Magistero though. Planik takes absolutely no chance and puts that ball into touch. So throw into Sharjah, 70 minutes gone here at the Al Maktoum. Still a long way to go. See Yahya Al-Ghassani for Shabab Ahli. An excellent form recently for the UAE in the Arab Cup. Lucas convinced the ball went out of play, but the assistant referee thought otherwise. He just forced a little bit wider than he would have liked. Back to Coronado. Yumin Chu. Who's recovered well after giving away that penalty inside the first 3 minutes. Majid Rashid has some room on this right-hand side. Does get it now. Rashid takes that ball well, goes around Bala, but for the first time tonight, Bala stands firm. Well, that's just giving Luan Pereira some information. Referee just making sure that the throw-in is taken exactly in the right place. Carlos Sousa deep in conversation with his technical staff. Change could be coming for Shabab Ahli. Lima had that wonderful opportunity straight after the break. He had to hit the target, blazed it over. Majid Rashid. Vieira, Sahor. Bueno. Silva. Mark Savovic just bounce it back into Cartabia. Just feel both teams know the importance of these next 16 minutes or so. Don't want to give anything away. The first half at times was frantic, both teams attacking at pace and at will. The second half has been a little bit more calculated. Santos to Bala. Cartabia. against Maloney. Just to skip inside, trying to find a little bit of space, drills it across, and it's turned behind by Yu Min Chu. He had to take responsibility for it, the South Korean. So easily deflected that goalward. Got it the right side of the post. So Kartavia comes across again. Kartavia whips it in, vicious, and Panic got his head to it but just couldn't direct it goalwards. It sails into the stand behind Al Hassani. There is some movement down on the Sharjah bench. It's going to be number 30, Kamara, Usman Kamara coming on, and it is Kartavia coming off. Ben Larbi coming off. So Usman on, Ben Larbi off for Sharjah. Shabab Ahli. Bueno makes his way off, as does Yuri Caesar. He's run himself into the ground tonight. You can see the hug from his manager. He's been exceptional. Alamiri on for Yuri Caesar. Inside Estadala. And it's been turned in. Unbelievable scenes here at the Al Maktoum. Disaster for Shabab Al Ahli. Joy for Sharjah. A moment of madness. Misjudgment, a mistake. Sharjah reap the rewards. They have to regroup, Sharjah. They have to go again. But it is the substitute, his first touch. He's only been on the pitch seconds. A tactical genius. Is this the turning point? It's a long, hopeful ball. Keeper comes, doesn't get anywhere near it. Makes a real hash of it, Al Makbali. He's been exceptional all evening. But in the big moments, just got it all wrong. He knows he will have to regroup. But Kamara, right place at the right time. Shabab Ahli find themselves behind, and now they've given the ball away. Sharjah come again. Vieira strikes from a distance and just wide. There is time. Still 10 minutes remaining. Santos. Every tackle now being cheered by the Sharjah fans. Shabab Ahli fans distraught. Able to clear the ball. Cartabia, Bala. Kamara blocks it. Ricochets off Bala. What a dream start this would be. Jose Willish. Free kick, Shabab Ahli. Cartabia planning. Ball clipped forward by Renan. And it's a strong tackle on Santos. It's a lovely ball in. Santos has been clattered by Shaheen Abdallah, and he could be in trouble here, the captain. Just to see what the referee reads this. It was reckless. He could be in trouble here. He's already received the yellow card. Both players were focused on the ball. Shaheen Abdallah already on a booking. Can't be flying in like that. And it looks as though it is going to be another yellow. Shaheen Abdallah currently receiving treatment. All eyes on the referee. You feel here, as soon as Sharjah captain gets to his feet, he's going to get his marching orders. Attacks evenly spread out across the pitch, slightly favouring this left-hand side. But there is the second yellow, which is red. And Shaheen Abdallah, it was coming, we knew it was coming. He's got no complaints. This was the first one, it was clumsy. And the second one, well, was even worse. Got it all wrong. So, Shaheen Abdallah sees red. Chance here will be Cartabia. Time running out now for Shabab Ahli. Cartabia drills it comes all the way through and nobody gets a touch. It's a wicked delivery. Just only needed the faintest of touches, but nobody could get on the end of it. In fact, it was flicked on by Mark Samovic. Nobody could get on the second ball. Shabab, they win the ball back. another substitution. So the manager ringing the changes here. Looks like Igor Gomez has made his way on. Matias Silva off. So a straight swap there. Vladimir Ivovic comes on for Sharjah. He replaces Rayan Masho. He's found it difficult to get in the game today. There's confirmation of that. Shabab Ahli, Igor Gomez on for Matias Silva. This could be another substitution for Sharjah. Has eventually taken place. So Vladimir Ivovic for Majal. With the throw-in, taking as long as he possibly can to ball back in play. Ball pumped forward. Gomez gets his first touch. Needs to get in the game quickly. Saeed Estali. Santos. Bala is brought down. Just starting to boil over now. Tempers beginning to fray. Games going on here from both sets of players. Some glum. Shabab Ahli faces. Sharjah down to 10. Shot from Santos and just wide. Shabab Ahli felt it was deflected. Did it come off the head of Youngmin Chu? There's all sorts going on now. Ball has ended up in the back of the net, but the referee is having none of it. Initially, a goal kick was given. The referee changed his mind. Shabab Ahli then tried to take it quickly, the corner. The referee was not happy of not having it, so it will be retaken. We'll get a second chance here. They go short. Can't clear the first man. Comes to Santos. Pumps it back in. An opportunity here. Here's Lucas. Lucas can put this game beyond Shabab Ahli here. Brilliant cover at defending. Excellent work. From Mohamed Juma. Brilliant pace and strength to hold off Kyle Lucas. Shabab Ahli have got the ball back. All eyes will be on the fourth official as we move closer to the 90th minute. Bala skips round 1 and 2, goes down in the box, penalty not given. Throw into Sharjah, deep inside their own half. Shabab Ahli attacking their own fans. Can Sharjah hold on? This would be a historic victory. 7 minutes of additional time to be played here at the end of the second half. Cleared by Majid Rashid. Bala. Untidy pass from him. Opportunity here for Coronado. Skips round Cartabia. Majid Rashid all the way back to Al Hassani. He looks to drill it long. It will come all the way through to the goalkeeper. No mistake this time from Al Makbali. Gali over the top towards Gomez and into the hands of Al Hassani. Take as long as he possibly can. Every second counts now. Lucas just can't bring that ball down. Planic. Sultan Arab Al-Amiri now playing up front with Matthias Lima. Of course, Lima had that glorious opportunity right at the start of the second half. Put it over the crossbar. Bala. Back to Bala. Bala brought down the edge of the box. It will be a free kick. A yellow card. Brilliantly worked between Bala and the substitute. Estegalia. Maloney just blocking him off. In fairness, didn't really have anywhere to go. Ahli as well are going to make a last-minute substitution. Cartabia and Bala over this. I feel it favours the left foot of Cartabia. It is Cartabia! Off the wall. Corner. Yahya Al Ghassani is going to see some action. Well, it's going to be Cartabia coming off. His race is run. Cartabia started it all off. The penalty spot after 3 minutes. Ghassani straight on, straight onto the corner. Well, this whipped it straight at the goalkeeper, not cleared, still alive. Al Ghassani goes down under pressure, free kick again to Shabab Ahli. Shake of a head from Coronado. Feels the substitute perhaps is making a little bit more of it than there actually was. Oh, his foot was up, Coronado. So chance again, can Sharjah hold on? Again, trusted with the delivery. He's only been on a couple of seconds. Clips it in towards the back post. It's flicked on and just over. Too much on it. Sharjah hold on. The entire Sharjah bench are up on their feet down here in front of me. Getting the crowd going. They feel they've done enough. The mistake by Al Makbali, the missed opportunity from Lima. Have they cost Shabab Ahli? Bala towards the back post. Planic is there. Santos picks up the loose ball. In again. Cleared. Shot from distance. A rocket. Save. Rebound. It's gone in. Can you believe it? The flag's up. It won't count. The flag is up. It was a rocket from Saeed Estalia. Goalkeeper didn't deal with it. Has he got back on side? Planic. It's tight. I don't think he has. It's extremely close. Planic was the quickest to react. I don't think he's got back on side. It is tight. All eyes on the referee. It was a wonderful strike from the substitute. We wait. It is being checked. It is going to be extremely tight. The time is pretty much finished here. My instinct is he's just offside. It was a wonderful strike, a good save for the goalkeeper. Planic was the quickest to react. It was a wonderful work from the assistant referee. He had no doubt. Slow motion, it was close. Planic just didn't quite get back on side. You wonder how much time is left. The VAR decision. We wait. Still no decision as yet. As a roar comes around the stadium. It has come from the Sharjah fans. VAR check is done. Offside is the call. They knew. How long is left? Only that man in the middle now knows. So close for Sharjah. It will be a free kick. So the yellow card for the substitute taken quickly. Another strong tackle, and again it will be a free kick. Majid Rashid this time gets a yellow. Just starting to boil over. Referee gets a grip. Here is that offside. It's that close. There's still some pushing and shoving going on here. All smiles from the king. But it's not over yet. This has to be the last play of the game. All the Shabab Ahli players are inside the Sharjah half. It will be Al Ghassani. Delivery has to be on point here. Referee gets settled. Al Ghassani. Still waiting. The referee just confirming who was cautioned before. Attention. Referee is ready. Al Ghassani must deliver. Does do. Flicked on and just wide of the far post. Goal kick, Sharjah. Surely that's it. That was the opportunity. They've had chances here, Sharjah. They haven't taken them. The mistake from Al Mekbali gifted Sharjah the goal. The missed open goal from Matthias Lima. The entire Sharjah bench on the edge of the touchline, all eyes on the referee. They believe they've done enough. They have done enough. It's all over. Sharjah win. They are Super Cup champions. Boy, do they deserve it. They never gave up. Shabab Ahli have been beaten. Kayo, Luan Pereira and Kamara, the goal scorers for the King. Cartabia and Breno for Shabab Ahli, but it just wasn't enough. They had the chances, Shabab Ahli. They just didn't take them. A night of missed opportunities for the Red Knights. But it's Sharjah who deserve all the plaudits. They've come here and done what nobody thought they could do. They are crowned champions. They never gave up, they fought right till the end. And what a story from that man there. He's only been at the club for 2 weeks. Fantastic achievement for them. Sharjah struggling in the league, sitting in 11th. He's been brought in to turn things around. And what a way to start. Sharjah will be disappointed with the way it finished. A little bit of ill discipline for a couple of their players. That will soon be forgotten and get their hands on the trophy. Remember, they were down to 10 men as well. The last 10 minutes or so. Wonderful scenes here inside the Al Maktoum Stadium. It all started here after 3 minutes. Bala going down, Cartabia converting, an excellent penalty from him. Goalkeeper, no chance. Went the right way, but just couldn't get anywhere near it. Wrapping that left foot of his around the ball. And then, brilliant save, goal line save, and the penalty. Lucas wanted the keeper to commit, he didn't, he waited. Ice in his veins. 1-1. And then 4 minutes later, that's what it means to them. Long ball forward Lovely flick. And the layoff again from Lucas onto Piera. And a wonderful finish. This little reverse pass sat up beautifully for the forward. And he made no mistake. Still had a lot to do. Made it look very simple. Sharjah take the lead after 30 minutes. It only took 7 minutes. Renault not picked up at the back post, just turned in. The cross-come shot from Caesar. Then we're back to all square. Again, Cartavia involved, as always. Just playing Renault on side. Game on at this point. And then the mistake here. Now McBally. Long, hopeful ball over the top. Bit of miscommunication, wasn't dealt with. And Kamara with his second touch. He had not dealt with by goalkeeper or centre-back. Emaar had the easiest of chances to put that ball away. Disappointment. Now McBally. Jubilation and joy for Sharjah. Against all the odds, they've come here tonight and they've beaten Shabab Ahli.
What a game. Isa Santo, talk to me, man. Unbelievable.
Well, congratulations for Sharjah. Hard luck, better luck for Shabab Ahli. They were unlucky, but you know what surprises me in this game is that always, what's his name, the coach,
Paulo Sousa?
Not Sosa, Moraes. He's being the king of remontada in every game, also in his previous clubs. What I like about this game, the domination that he actually put all together in this game to actually win this title is I believe it's a really great job. It's the game where the coach can actually read the game. It's the match of consistency of whatever he's like. I believe Emaar, we already spoke about something that he's looking at something that we can't even see it, and how he determined this game. It's unbelievable. What well game. I believe it's well game for Sharjah.
It had everything. I mean, even when we look back at the action, I mean, we're looking now on the screen now. Caio slots away the penalty, and then even on that point, you know, we still don't know what's going to happen. The action was there. It had everything from red card. Look at the fans in the crowd, literally feeling every emotion. And for Caio, and you know him, we spoke to him recently. For him, especially in a game like tonight, it was so important, not just for him, but for Sharjah. And then when you see this goal here, I mean, the assist
oh my God,
to put him through, and then obviously his compatriot, you know, Luan Pereira on the end of that, and he has to hit it. If you look at the timing here, the moment he strikes the ball, he knows. He knows it's gone in. And the crowd went crazy, and he even gave us the celebration.
Celebration, yeah, you can see that. I mean, basically, wait, look at this. This particular goal, actually the coach were talking about it to one of the Sharjah teams, I mean, Moraes. But it's what a goal, what an assist. It's coming back for the game that shows the persistence, going back, determine the game. Just I like what I told you at the beginning. I like the discipline of Ahli, the way they were playing. They were very well organized, and the build-up and the build-up and everything, it feels like they've been having this consistency training. On the other side, I told you about Sharjah, the way they were building the team, even from the back, it was always individual. Like look at this mistake. I mean, big ups all for Makbali. One small mistake can determine a lot of game. I mean, he was unlucky with this one. He made a bad decision, but still he was great in his game.
I mean, Osman Kamara, to get onto this, especially as 9 out of 10 times you see Makbali clear that, and the moment that he didn't, you just had a feeling,
of course,
that was going to go in.
That's the instincts of the striker, you know.
And you see them celebrating it. You
Wow.
see how much it means to it. For me, not only does it mean a lot to them, their season almost starts now.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, that's my question to you, Emaar. So what do you think after, like I was talking to you in the beginning, the dilemma of a Sharjah, from this point and on, what do you think is going to happen? What change that Sharjah will have, like, according to next games?
I think now it sets the energy levels in the changing rooms, the fact they've done it together with the new coach, who's been there, who's done that, and they've done it on the big stage where it counts the most. You know, if this had been a league game, all these emotions we saw everyone go through, it would have just been 24 hours and done. When you win a competition, and you know this, you've played for both clubs, that's a different story altogether.
Right.
And that almost now gets Sharjah back on the map after a long time where they were in the shadows.
Wow, you heard it from the man. I mean, you heard it from him. So, what do you think is going to happen to Ahli in this moment? Shabab Ahli.
Look, it's a time to regroup now.
Yeah.
It's not a time to point fingers. I think for the Shabab Ahli team, the squad, the management, the backroom staff, now is a time where they stick together. They're used to winning.
Yeah, true.
And you know this, one of the biggest learnings is when you don't win, when you actually lose a game.
You're right.
And the fact they've lost the game now in a cup competition, which they used to win it.
Yeah.
This is the first time Sharjah win it.
You're right, correct.
Right? And so many decisions, by the way. It was a very difficult game to referee. It was a very difficult game to manage. And I think now Paulo Sousa, who's been there and done that, he will have a look today. He'll reflect. He won't get too emotional.
Right.
And then it's back to the drawing board, back to the ADNOC Pro League.
That's right. So there's also like a question that's in my mind that I couldn't figure it out. Like, do you think he was late to substitute like, the players who came in, for example, like Saeed and Hassani also? Like, do you think Sosa was delayed, or do you think it was the perfect timing?
You know, it's always easier when things don't go your way to reflect on it. But we saw Saeed had his knee taped.
Right.
And I've watched Saeed Azatullahi play many times for Shabab Ahli, and he's the glue in that midfield.
Right.
Even though their midfield is very strong. But in order to free up Yuri Cesar, in order to free up Bala, in order to free up Kartabia, Saeed has that kind of that draw where if you play him with Breno, if you play him with someone else, he can kind of manage it. But he had something around his knee.
Yeah, we saw that tape, yeah.
How would you assess the referees for today's game?
I think the referee today, like I said, for me, the controversy is always I leave myself away from it. But if I'm giving my point is, he did a really good job in this game. Although there's small decisions was made it different because the game actually by itself they were intense. But in my opinion, he really managed to. You know, it's a big game. He managed to do a great job.
Yeah. And now, if you were a player now for Shabab Ahli in this current time, and I'll get to Sharjah in a second, how would you feel about the performance today? Do you cross it off and reflect on what's next, or do you spend time thinking where it went wrong?
I mean, I would take the first choice. I think I will just close this page and just like memorize our mistakes, to see where actually where did we made the glitch? What's the mistake that we have to fix for us not to fall into the same mistakes again? But overall, they did a great job, Ahli. They played you saw the game today. They were really compact, really disciplined, well organized. It was just like, I believe it's just like some of the players, they were not in a well performance today. But overall, they really did a good job. I mean, they had only bad luck.
And now if you're in the Sharjah dressing room,
right,
which you've been before, and some of these are your teammates, you've played with them before.
Right.
What's going through your mind now?
Honestly speaking,
yeah,
I would be happy that, I mean, we won the title and everything, but I'm still gonna reflect a lot because there was a lot of mistakes. There was a lot of things that the team was not stable. Like I told you today, if it's the information was different, I would agree. I mean, I don't know what's the coach. I mean, what was his in his mind? What, like, in which way he was playing? Was offensive, defensive? We didn't know, as there was a lot of gaps and there was a lot of, like, you know, the players were not compact. But as individually, I would feel the same. Like, I would count on some players to be like, yo, you are guys, you're the one who's gonna change the game plans, you're the one who's gonna create chances, you're the one who, you know, all these things. And we can just, like, for me as a defender, I'll be like, do my part. But if I was in Sharjah, yes, I would have reflect a lot, and there was a lot of things that have to, you know, has to be fixed.
I mean, Emaar did a great job in obviously sponsoring this and the Super
Yeah.
Cup itself, and the production, the halftime entertainment,
Right.
everything they did here. Even I was receiving a lot of messages during the game saying, wow, this is a real,
Right.
a proper production, you know?
Emaar is not a development anymore. Emaar is a real estate, is houses, is schools, is medical. It's overall, it's a lifestyle. And now the impact of Emaar is coming to the football. It's given us a great energy. I mean, yeah, you know.
You know, when I see there was a moment in the game when he brought on Majid Rashid.
Yeah.
And he put him at right back.
Right.
We were looking at each other thinking, Moraes knows something we don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And, you know, before the Shaheen Abdullah red card.
Red card, yes.
We looked at each other and thought, we haven't seen this one before.
Right. We didn't see it coming, though.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Why?
I think he was probably thinking how Majid... The only thing I can think about is he was probably thinking if he could deal with Guilherme de Silva Bala.
Okay.
I think he was probably thinking, duels are so important in this game.
Right.
Can Majid Rashid deal with Bala? And I think even though he does not play on the right side of the defense,
right.
he plays more in the 6, he plays in the 8 sometimes, and he's a defensive assurance player. When he came on, that's the only excuse I could think of when he did that. But you know what? They won it.
Yeah.
And so it's easy when you win to say,
yeah,
it worked.
At the end, it did work, yeah.
If it hadn't.
Oh, that's it's a big question mark for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah. And now even looking here in on the screens, you know, the Sharjah boys stepping up. Marcus Melanie obviously had a huge role. We saw the fullback switch at one point.
Yeah, at one point.
We saw the winger switch at one point. We saw Caio and Luan Pereira switching.
Yeah.
It was one of those games that it was every time someone threw a jab, someone else responded.
Right. I think that the chemistry between these players, since they've been playing for a long time, and it doesn't need a coach actually to manage those players as the way they move. But the switching part, I think it helped also I mean, it made confused also to the defensive side of Shabab Al-Ahli to know who's they're gonna mark and who's not. But I think the impact of overall, like, they did really a good job from the offensive side. And it started at the beginning, started slow, but they managed to win the title, and that's what's important. I believe that's what's important for them.
Yeah, we're seeing them now in our pictures here, and just looking at them here, you know, you see a lot of the faces, and you see Moraes obviously there, who's looking good in that suit, man. I'm not used to seeing him in a suit.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got his arm around his players. I think he's going to have to do a lot of that this season.
Yeah.
But he's been there and he's done that. You said that he's been at a couple of clubs, Al-Wahda and everything. And then there we go with the boys, the closest of boys, Caio and Luan Pereira.
They deserve this, you know, like, the happiness, the motivation. They need. Sharjah is a very good team, good team. I mean it in all other ways. And this drop that they had at the beginning of the season, I think it's the right time for them to step up. You know, and this title could be the push for them. And I'm happy that they won the title. I mean, despite to Shabab Al-Ahli, hard luck for them. They managed to do a great match, but you know, the stronger always stays. And look at Moraes right now shaking hands. So I have a point right now. Everybody before, they were talking about this coach and how did he manage to leave, and they might not succeed with this with the Sharjah team because they were not doing in the league. What do you think now? This is the change, like the point of change. If you were Moraes, what would you say at the moment? Like, what was your what would you say to yourself? Like, did you think you made the right decision to come to Sharjah? Do you think you made like for me, I just want to know, like, where's Moraes' decision, like at this point, or do you think he made the right decision to come here? Do you think he's because of the beginning there were some hesitation to be like, okay, like, am I going to Sharjah because Sharjah's like, you know, in this dilemma, we need to lift them up, or am I like, you know, like, can you elaborate with me on that?
Yeah,
like,
so
what do you think?
It's never easy when you go into a new changing room midway through the season. You haven't had a preseason with the players.
Right.
The players that you want to buy in, you haven't brought them in yet. I think at this point, Moraes has probably looked at the squad. He's looked at the players that have been together for a while. And like you said, sometimes you don't have to do too much.
Right.
You have to do the basics well.
Right.
And I think that's what he did today. He had to do a couple of springs. Shaheen Abdullah here, mixed emotions for him.
Yeah.
He's coming up to pick the cup.
Right.
He's been sent off. He's done it for his team.
Right.
And now he gets to celebrate, you know, the Emaar Super Cup.
Super Cup, yeah. I mean, well done, Shaheen. I mean, even though I will get to his emotional right now, I mean, this part of emotional, leaving his team with the less one player, but the teammates, that's what we call teammates, is one team. They managed to keep it solid and protect the title. Look at him right now walking towards his teammate. Well deserved.
And Sharjah, the champions of the Emaar Super Cup here at the Al Maktoum Stadium. Celebrations all around. You see a lot of the red is missing from the stadium, but a lot of the white is still here.
Congratulations to Sharjah.
Majid Surur as well. He's got the scars to prove he's got through war today.
War today, yeah. Kayo. Well deserved. Coming a long time, I mean, coming a long way for this title. Sharjah managed to have it, to win the Emaar Super Cup 2025, 2026.
They'll enjoy this tonight, huh? So normally, after a cup game like this and you won it, does the coach give you 2 days, 1 day off? What does he do?
We beg the coach to give us at least 3 days, which is impossible, but yeah, it depends on the schedule of the next game itinerary, but yeah, like, they should rest on that. I mean, this is the last competition of this last year, and
they'll enjoy that.
They will enjoy it, yeah. Well done, Sharjah.
You know, when you see Moraes celebrating, it looks like it's AI generated, right? He's wearing the suit. He's got the hair slicked back.
Look elegant in this suit.
You know?
Well done. He proved himself right to the team. I hope they will take it from here to more celebration, inshallah.
Yeah, it's a massive game. I'm just looking behind you at Khalid Banhani, you know, with the fans.
Yeah.
And in your pictures now, Luan Pereira, man, smiling ear to ear.
Smiling, yeah.
It's no surprise he passes the trophy over to Kayo.
Right.
That happens a lot of the times, huh?
That's the chemistry between those two players.
Yeah. So, looking at all this now, on reflection, Sharjah season starts now. Moraes has to really look at what he has in store.
Yeah.
You're playing for them now. Let's say you're in that dressing room. How do you tackle the rest of the season?
Well, we keep it to the same motivation, keep it to the same will. Try to improve whatever we made, especially, I mean, today. Try to improve whatever mistake that we had. Try to correct it as fast as possible. Try to get out of this dilemma, like I said, like, not to go back into it. Try to have, like, keep up the good work right now. It's not about, the title of the final game is different than the league because it has a long breath, what we say. But yeah, basically just these small things, and just the rest, just leave it to the coach, because he knows how to get the best out of every player, and that's why he put them in this information. So reflecting on this game, and to know, like, reflecting on the game even before and this game, to see what Sharjah will do next, I believe they're gonna do well. They're gonna do well.
We're just seeing the players link up with their families, going around to the Sharjah crowd, celebrating.
Yeah.
Shaheen Abdullah, full flex.
Full flex, yeah. Flexing on them.
You don't mind that red card now that they've won the cup, right?
Right. The guilt is over. The guilt is done.
I've seen some of the players go to their families all across the stadium.
Right.
And obviously you've played here a couple of times now. This stadium is top. I mean, we've been to stadiums. You've played in stadiums. I've commentated all around the world, but this stadium sets the bar high.
Yeah, right. It looks so cozy, and it's a family-oriented, like I would say. It's been a long time, really long time. I haven't seen families coming around the game, which is a very good thing. To having the family support come into the game, just like looking at the fan crowd, just or seeing your families there, it changed a lot of things by playing the game. This motivates you in a different way, and it's amazing to see that. It's amazing to see that they are part of this. Yeah.
I'm just seeing now a lot of the staff come off the pitch, and a lot of them on the other side. If you look over, I don't know if you can see it in our cameras, but a lot of them on the other side behind the Emaar Super Cup trophy.
Right.
And they played a huge role, because there was moments today the players were challenged and the emotions were high.
Right.
And bookings could have gone to anyone. It really could have gone either way. And we spoke about this offline when we were in the crowd.
Right.
And we said that at any time a player could go.
Could go, yeah, right.
But those fans really stood by them, especially the way we started this game seems like a long time ago.
Right.
You know, when Shabab Ahli scored that first goal.
2 minutes. That's 2 minutes.
I mean, everyone just kind of looked at each other thinking, oh no, this is going to be...
Yeah, this is going to be it.
Especially that 2023 was 6-2.
Right.
So when that first goal went in, the players must have thought, oh, not again. And then the fans stood up.
Right.
And cheered them on. And then when that lifeline happened at halftime, that changed everything.
That changed everything as well. Yeah, right. It's so different and so purposely, like, that the fans also had to get impact into the players. I mean, without the fans, there's no enjoyment, there's no motivation in the game, which is, I believe, it's not only in the pitch, it's also outside the pitch. The fans always have a huge, I mean, for us, we say all the time, this is the role model of the players, the fans as the #1 player, all the time. So, of course, the impact that has to, like, change the role of the players, which is we saw, me and you, we saw the Sharjah, how they were rooting for them. It's like, come on, guys, like, never give up, and which was motivational. And that's what I told you, like, this is what was the most exciting about, I mean, this is what the most amazing thing is about Sharjah, is that they had to find a way to come back to the game.
Yeah, I'm looking at the screens now, and the moments that decided, I mean, hitting the post, the penalties, the celebrations, the moment that Shabab Ahli got back into it, then we thought, oh, okay, now the momentum shifted again.
Yeah.
And then this comes in, and you think, okay, That's another great save.
Save from Mughbali, yeah.
How good was that?
Wow.
And then you've got this that hits the post again. And we thought, you know, God, anything's going to happen. Then Majid came on. Osman Kamara went through on goal. Mughbali made the mistake. And then it's 3-2. And you see the fans again going crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Honestly, as a cup final, if you want an advert for the UAE football scene, today was the one. And we were so lucky to be here to watch this, because we were looking at each other when these things were happening and thinking, nah, that's not going to happen now. And then it happens.
It happens, yeah.
You know? So there was, it was fantastic.
It's amazing, yeah. It's what an incredible experience. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to live this atmospheres, to see everything that's happening. Also, to be part of this experience of Emaar Super Cup. And this is my first time, to be honest. And I really felt amazing.
I'll tell you one thing it's done. It's set the bar high now. Because everyone now thinks that this is normal. For those that know football, this is special.
Special. It is special.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they call it Super Cup for a reason. After this, you won't be getting this all the time, folks. This is something that's we at halftime when we had to rush back here. We got back here and straight away we were like, we looked at each other and thought, wow. You know,
like, did you see this, Emaar? I'm like, wow.
Exactly.
This is amazing.
And it will be surreal because I'm going to be here in the stadium tomorrow again.
Wow, nice.
And we're going back to the Pro League tomorrow.
Yeah.
But this was a Super Cup and a half. This was like, we looked at the stats, and I asked you a question earlier, and you answered it so well. I said to you, does form come into this when you haven't won games? And obviously Shabab Al-Ahli have won most of them, and the rest were draws.
Yeah.
And this was Sharjah's first Super Cup against Shabab Al-Ahli. And you said, no, I think on the day, everything is very different. Now that this has happened, how will they be able to almost stay calm and not think that they can just get away with decisions or get away with substitutions or not do the right thing? How important is it to remain stable emotionally?
You mean talking about Shabab Al-Ahli or Sharjah?
Sharjah.
This is when, after the game, in the dressing room right now, when they take the trophy, this is the managers and the management role. To be like, okay, now this is what we needed. This is what we were looking for. It's time to reflect. It's time, I mean, you have the right to celebrate it, but when we're gonna come back to the training again, we have to fold this page. Just put it as a title to think about what's next, because we have a lot of work to do. After all these, I mean, obstacles that we had, we need to manage to, of course, stay calm, to take game by game. It's the same way like today, for sure, they were thinking about this game to be like, this is it. This is the jumping part. This is where we're going to level up. So this is what I'm saying. The role of the managers, I believe that they have to play a big part of this. So, I mean, you have like old experienced players, which is they know how to deal with these kind of games. But I'm talking about the players that they're not consistent, you know, with the performance, especially like the games like this is big. The next game could be, oh, just a normal team. Yeah, we have to like, you know, like loosen up a little bit. No, every game for Sharjah at the moment is very important. You know?
That's a good point. That's a good point. We're seeing the goals again on here on the screen.
Yeah.
And Kaios putting that away very, very coolly. The quick look at the keeper. How are you with penalties, by the way?
I'm not like this, actually. I make the first decision, but let me tell you about this penalty. They learned this penalty. You have a more than a quick second to think. Because you see, the last step to see the goalkeeper where he's going to take his last decision. It means only big players can do this, honestly, and skillful ones. But for me, if you're going to talk about me, no, man. I'm far away from this. I just make a decision to be like, it's on God now.
What if the keeper doesn't move?
It's hard for him, because he have to make the decision whether it's like, let's say they play like shooting strong, fast reaction. The keeper needs to make the fast reaction. If he doesn't move, then he will be confused to be like where the ball is gonna go, and it's gonna be easier for the guy who shoot the ball.
Yeah. You know, it was interesting when he did the celebration, Luan Pereira. The whole stadium went mad.
Went see.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait, I was the Cristiano's here.
This is a different style.
Different
of penalty.
style.
This is just I picked my spot, and by the way,
that's it.
How good was that penalty?
That's a very good. See, like that's a very good quality of penalty. Like, just make the take the decision and just kick the ball. You know. Anyways, Emaar, so now we saw all this. If you were the coach
of which team?
Of Sharjah team.
Okay.
Well, let me say it this way.
Right.
It's well deserved. You deserve for the players to have this celebration, of course. What do you think the next step? Like, what do you think you should improve about this game, especially to not, like I was talking to you about some mistakes, but can you give me like particular mistakes that actually happened in Sharjah in this game that they need to improve?
I think the duels, the first ball and the second ball was super key for them to win. And at times, also you have to understand he hasn't had much time with his players. So identifying his principles, identifying his patterns, identifying the way he plays in transition, out of transition, he will have time to do that now. At this stage, we talked about keeping it basic.
Right.
You know this as a player, you've been in locker rooms. If you overcomplicate things and players just get bored of different information, it's the fourth coach. There's always different interpretations. Now he can focus on, this is the style of play I want to adapt. These are the areas where I'll give you freedom to play in. If you're looking at the wing positions normally, which Sharjah are very strong in, at least for wide play. Does he adapt a false nine, seeing that Ray Manaj didn't really work that well? Or does he switch Kayo or, you know, Osman Kamara into a more central role to allow Coronado to play in the 10? I think he will learn a lot about things today, but I don't think he will decide everything on today. I think today the main thing was to get across the line. Once he's done that, really, with the additions that he brings in, only then can he implement his style of play. Right now, these players have had so many different voices in that locker room. You know that in every team you got your leadership group. So your leadership group are the ones who are the voices in that
locker room.
So I think he sits down with them. I think he won't address everyone. I think he'll address them. He'll probably ask them as well. A sign of a good coach is asking your leaders, you know, what went wrong in the last 4 or 5 months? How can we make it right? From their point of view, it also makes you feel like you're, you know, you have a voice to the coach, and it makes you closer
to the. That's the spirit. I mean, that's so true. What we did, or what we saw, or I can say what it was happening now, even in, we say in Arabic, in the majlises, that some teams they gather even outside the pitch with the player, without the coach, without the management. They have this sitting area, or let's say in a majlis or something, one player inviting them to be like, guys, I'm inviting you to my house, come to my house, we have like, let's say for lunch. And inviting all these leaders, and everybody's combining, everybody, like, you know, and then they're sitting down and the leaders, they speak. What's going on? Why are we failing? What do we have to do? Okay, if anybody thinks they have something wrong, speak about it, which is, that's the point that you just, you just brought. It's true, this is reality, it's happening, and that's when you know the team actually wanted to change. That's when you know the team wanted to achieve something. And not all the teams have the same mentality. Some team be like, well, okay, like the management can put that status or just putting them there, and that's what they want. But to have that mentality, you will always succeed, or you will always achieve something in the league, and that's a beautiful thing. You know?
I think so. I think that's where Moraes is now. I'm sure He will enjoy this moment,
Yeah.
and he will reflect on good things. Shabab Al-Ahli will probably turn the page, like you said, very quickly, and that's what champions do.
Right.
There's a lot more learnings about your character in the locker room when you lose games.
You lose game,
When
right.
you're winning games, everyone's happy, everyone's
Right.
getting along. But when you lose games, you really start to learn about who can adapt,
Right.
who's going to lift you up, who's going to point fingers, who's going to group everyone together. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes it's not about talking.
Right.
Sometimes it's about sharing the emotion, moving forward, and then making the wrongs right.
Right.
You know, and I
Right,
think that's super key for Shabab and Paulo Sousa. But he's won so much, man. I mean, who are we?
Who are we
to give him
talking about?
advice?
Yeah.
You know, when
We can't.
he's done so well.
So well.
And
Last
there was
season,
a lot of
yeah.
moments there that
Right.
you can kind of tell. He was frustrated. with his
Frustrating, yeah.
players. He kind of let them get away from the game a bit. They got maybe a bit too emotional. There was
Right.
tackles flying.
I saw the tackles, and that's one of the things. I mean, Sosa today read the game in a different way. Like I told you before, it was the rebound of this game was very intense for him. It's like losing the ball, let's go get it. To have the possession over Sharjah is to show them who we are at the beginning, like who we are in the field. And actually showed, like you saw that in a couple of times. But we don't want to talk about what went through the game. I believe he made a really great, really great match. Like you said, we don't have to guide him to what to do next. But after this point, is a lot of things that he will fix. But you know, Sousa will always come back strong.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We're looking at this this view of the stadium.
Wow, that's amazing. And you can see the fans from here.
It's that immersive feel.
Yeah.
Are they going to find us, you think?
Maybe. Look how the players are happy.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 2 celebration for Sharjah.
You see the moves are coming out.
Yeah,
well.
I can see. Who's that? Is that Kamara?
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely is Kamara. Did you have a celebration when you
Oh, yeah.
played?
Oh, yeah.
Did you do a bit of a dance?
Me and the player called Mahmoud Khamis, we have
Yeah.
our own thing. We have our own thing.
We got to pull those from the archives. So, I'm hoping that one of your dear friends is going to join us very soon, and it's someone that we spoke to last time.
Okay.
So we're just waiting for that now, which is going to be great.
That'll be amazing.
I think you might want his shirt. That means I'll probably get his sock or something, or I'll take his shoe or something like that as memorabilia for today if he comes through. But he had an unbelievable game. You can also feel like he had his moments where things got very, very much to the edge. The tackles that came in,
yeah,
the challenges that were ridden. There was all these things that happened in this game, and he was there and he lived it with everyone.
Right.
You know, so I think that's super key. He's coming in now. That's
Kaio.
That's
Kaio for us. Brother!
How are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Hey, well done, bro. Well done. Well done. Fantastic. Fantastic. How are you feeling?
Very good.
After lab, huh?
Happy to make our fans happy.
Yes.
You know that we pass very difficult moment. To make them happy for me is the most important thing. And happy also to go home. Yeah. And so my kids that they enjoy a lot. Yes. So this is most important for me.
I have to ask you, at halftime, what was said in the changing rooms? Because so much happened first half. When we came back, we were out of breath.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you imagine what you guys were feeling?
Yeah, we was a little bit upset because the goal that we concede, normally we should not concede. With the silly penalty there. Also, we let Yuri free.
Right.
But like I said, when we come to the game, we know that we have to give 200% because everyone knows that Shabab Ahli have a strong team.
Right.
And we just try to do our best, and alhamdulillah, we score.
I want to ask you about this penalty. We were talking about it before you came.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have your own style of penalties. When you step up, what happens if he doesn't move?
Well, to be honest with you, after the penalty, direct I spoke with him because in national team we make a lot of trainings.
Yeah.
And I tell him that I want to go straight to the ball. I don't want to stop. But also I know, he tell me that if I don't stop, he will take because already he know where I shoot.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I want to shoot diagonal. But I said I will not change my style.
Yeah.
If he didn't move, I will try to put the ball where I believe the ball will go. And alhamdulillah, he will go to another side.
So congratulations for being the man of the match. Tell me, I have one question for you. Tell me, when you came back from national team, and I understand it was very emotional to deal with after such a period of time, coming back to this game, seeing the first goal coming, the first goal conceded, how did you feel about that? Like, how did you feel like, oh my God, guys, we need to come back to the game? Like, how did you manage to just put the emotion away and play with the heart? And because I've seen you so many times, bringing the players, motivate them, come back. So how did that feel?
Brother, to be honest with you, being one of the captains of the team, I should show them confidence.
Right.
You know, I try to push a lot to show them that I am in the game. I try to do my best. And past what we passed in the national team, we became very sad.
Right.
Because we lost against Qatar, after we lost against Iraq.
Right.
And I believe that the tournament that we did in Qatar, we become better.
Right.
Everyone knows that national team, we are very young players.
Right.
With not so much experience in this competition. But I believe in 1-2 years, we're going to be one of the best national team.
Yeah.
But always when we play for national team, you want to do better.
Of course.
And better to make our national happy.
Right.
Unfortunately, sometimes the thing doesn't happen the way how we want.
Right.
We lost some goals or we get some seal goals. But I believe that we make a great job. And like I said, in Sharjah, always I try to put everything what I can to make our fans happy and to give back what Sharjah give me, because they take me in the bad situation when I was in Benfica.
Yeah.
Every day I was crying there because I didn't play. So they give me support, and I just want to give my life to this team.
That's nice. Moraes, the new coach. Tell me, how is his impact on the team?
Brother, for me, he changed everything.
Right.
With his experience, the way how we speak with the player, the freedom that he gives to the players.
Right.
You know,
yeah,
so
me and Emaar were speaking about this, the freedom that they give.
Yeah, when he give freedom, you give freedom for the players, we feel more confidence, we feel more relaxed to play, and the change that you saw in Sharjah, you can put 100% on him.
And one last question before we let you go. You've won the cup now. Can you get a chance to reset and disconnect now and be with the family? And when do you need to report back to training? We were talking, is it 2 days off, 3 days off, or straight back into
Brother, to be honest with you, I have only today to enjoy with my family. Tomorrow we have recovery.
Recovery, yeah.
Yeah, and soon we have a game against Lain, I believe. Another strong game. We passed a very difficult moment in the league. But I said, like I said, we're gonna try to do our best to win and to make our fans happy.
Thank you so much.
Because we know that we passed a bad situation and now it's time to change.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you. You can't forget this.
No worries. Thank you. I'll wait for you.
All right. So, it's what we expected.
Exactly.
Really good to hear him say what he said about the coach.
The coach, yeah.
The freedom. and he changed everything.
Wow.
He said.
In such a small, like, short period.
Yeah.
That means that coach have a lot of like impact, like we spoke about, and to have that feeling from this player, like saying all these things. I mean, this coach have an influence amazing. Like he had like influenced the players, and I mean, everything he said. Everything that's been changing in Sharjah is the coach. What a great saying.
I also like what he said about him remembering the bad times when they got him out of Benfica.
Right, yeah.
And he doesn't forget that. I think that's the difference. Sometimes people tend to forget quickly how they got to where they got to.
Right.
I don't think with him, he gave that impression at all. I like the fact he said, they pulled me out of something and I want to give everything back to them. He plays for the national team. He plays for Sharjah. And the way he said that, you know, when you believe a player,
right?
It seemed very genuine that from his heart, he wants to do the best he can for Sharjah. And winning this tournament means a lot to him specifically.
Of course, yeah. Well done, Kaio. He well deserved today, best player in the match. I think he's done quite great for performing. Getting out, like I said, getting out from wherever he is, coming that long, it will help him for the next matches. It will help the team. It will well organize them all. You heard what he said. He have only short time. Today's recover. Tomorrow they have a recovery, which is, you know, they got to focus on what's next. I believe that's the motivation for every player to be like, all right, I had my time today, and tomorrow let's go back to work again.
Yeah. He said something about the penalty, which was interesting.
You're right.
Because I was also thinking that's his national teammate.
Right.
So they practice penalties all the time because of how many competitions, you know, they had the qualifiers, and then they had the Arab Cup, and you had all these things. So he was joking with Maqbali saying, I'm just going to put it away.
Put it that way. No, like straight, without my move.
Yes.
And then he changed it. I mean,
he changed it.
I would do the same. You would do the same. Like, of course, if I play against Adil Hosseini, he will know where I shoot the ball the whole time. But some players manage to put this ball in the same place where the goalkeeper even expected, and they still score.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the talented players.
You get to see the real fans that stick behind when the lights are off.
When the lights is off, yeah.
And,
that's amazing, man.
And that's a good time for Sharjah, especially after the season they've had, huh?
Right. I mean, when the last time I was with Sharjah was the title, 2018.
Okay.
And that was a very long time. And until like I know how it feels when you win something with Sharjah. Let me speak about like Sharjah by itself. The people over there, their environment is all like families. Despite their homes, their lifestyle, like everything. And Sheikh Sultan has done a like amazing job how to protect that, you know, like how do I say, the city, like the city by itself. And this trophy means for sure a lot to them, which is something maybe to show that however they get like from their own people is something to give back. And I believe it's been waiting for so long for them. You know, they need something. The people are thirsty to get something. And now taking this trophy and going back to Sharjah, I believe the city will be very happy with it.
How many of these players played with you in
I played with Shaheen, Adil Hosseini, yeah. I played with Abdullah, the guy who's in a substitute, and two other players. If I can go through the list, maybe. Yeah, I played some, but the management inside, other than the coach, the staff, like the recovery staff, the medical staff, all of them, I still know them.
Well, listen, it's been fantastic. The Emaar Super Cup 2025-2026 will always be remembered.
Right.
Full of action. It's been a pleasure to host it with you.
The pleasure is mine.
Isa, and hopefully we'll be back very, very soon next to you guys on the Kickback episode.
Inshallah.
Where you can catch us both. Thank you so much for tonight.
Thank you so much, man.
Salam alaikum, guys. Take care. Stay blessed, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon.